But these two parties we have, and we essentially do have a two-party system. How did we get stuck with these two ideological dumpster fires? Right? And I hate that the two-party system seems to have created a sports rivalry, mindless tribalism vibe in American politics. Right? Which is great for sports. Mindless tribalism is built for a sports rivalry. That's where we're supposed to get that out of our system. Be part of a team, cheer, boo, have all that emotion, do it in a place where the stakes don't matter. That's the beauty of sports, right? That it doesn't actually matter who wins or loses. Right? The results are actually pretty trivial. Right? It's easy. You don't have to think much about it because it doesn't matter. You just go, you root for this jersey, you boo for that jersey, you high-five this dipshit, you drink this beer, you have a great fucking time. Go fight, win. Right? Because it's not like if your team loses, your property taxes go up. There's nothing real riding on it. You're not like, come on, one more touchdown and my brother Gary can marry his boyfriend. Let's fucking go! This means everything. No, it doesn't mean anything. But in politics, like, the stakes are actually important, but people treat it like a sports rivalry. You know, I feel like a lot of the people doing the loudest yelling, especially online, they don't even understand their own party's platform. It's not about logic for them. It's about being part of a team. They just want to cheer and boo and do some yelling. Why do I root for Team Democrat? Well, because they're tolerant, and I am very tolerant. No one has ever been as tolerant as we are. We have the most tolerant team of all time. We tolerate literally everything. Except anyone who even slightly disagrees with us on one issue. We'll fucking burn your shit to the ground if you don't bend the knee to tolerance. Go fight, win. Why do I root for Team Republican? Well, for starters, because I don't hate America, libtard. Listen the fuck up. I love this team because this team loves everything I do. Aggressive bumper stickers. Kid Rock. Flags on the back of my truck. Feels like I'm in a parade. It's very emotional. And I feel like this supposed culture war we're having with these two teams is largely media manufactured. Right? It serves politicians and mass media to have these simple narratives and put us into two voting and marketing camps. Doesn't do much good for families and neighbors and friends, but is great for those kind of systems. And I just don't buy it. I just don't think that there really is a culture war, because if there was these two teams, then most of the people you meet should be on one of these two teams. But I don't find that to be the case. I find most of us to be somewhere in the middle. We a la carte our beliefs, take a little from here, take a little from there, build our own individual identity. And you don't hear enough about that on the news, because it's not a sexy, simple narrative. But I know people who identify as Democrat, who are also gun owners and pro-law enforcement. Right? Pro-law enforcement, but you never hear about that on that side. Maybe they're just people who have thought about how they might feel a little hypocritical if they were adamantly against both those two things, and then somebody broke into their house, and they were unarmed and scared, and they had to call the people they supposedly hate and really hope they bring the weapons they also supposedly hate. Because who else are they going to call in that situation? Their vegan pacifist friends to come over and verbally de-escalate shit? Don't kid yourself. Everyone wants a show of force sometimes. I also know people who identify as conservative, Republican, who are pro-choice. You don't hear about that a lot. Maybe they're just people who used to be pro-life, but then one night, they had a change of heart. One night, they forgot to pull out like everybody else and shit got real. And they got harder to stand on that moral high ground. And they were just like, oh my heck, I'm in quite a pickle now. How did I get here? I do love Jesus, but if I'm gonna be honest with myself, for a few seconds, I did love that pussy a little bit more. It just felt so good, I didn't want to leave. Now what do I do? On the one hand, yes, Jesus does love all the little children, this I know. But on the other, he also forgives, so maybe fuck this one. I don't know. Nothing brings a comedy crowd together like abortion. Nothing puts the F in fun like fetus, right?